Hey everyone, today we're gonna talk about how to train our own data set um, in order to get our own model of the Q&A, query and response answer, and how to train it on the OpenAI GPT models. So you're gonna get your own chat GPT for your specific context. So let's say you have a company, you have a website, and you need to give information like you want to create the chatbot, and your customers are entering to your website and answering and asking the questions, and your chatbot is answering about your services or about your prices to the customers, or doing some calculations and so on. So let's go and see the details now. In order to start, we are gonna use first of all OpenAI. So OpenAI, as you know, these guys here are creating the Chat GPT in San Francisco, and so it's not free. I need to warn you beforehand. So in order to use that, you need to have some money in your account. In order to create the account, you're logging in, and then you're going to the billing. In the billings, you're gonna see the paid account. Then get the paid account, or you get your prime account, and then you're gonna use API keys, and you're gonna create your API key. We'll see how you're gonna use that API key there. So the other package that we are gonna use, I'm gonna leave the email, the links for both of them on my on the description of the YouTube video, so you can get both of them on the through the link. So we are gonna LangChain as a package that we are gonna use for our in order to train our dataset, train our model. I'm sorry. So you need to install all this stuff like here, pip install, the LangChain and so on. It's not important part. Then what you're gonna do to take the key that I've told you that you're getting here and past here. I will show you on the code now. The next what you're gonna do is basically go here and follow the here are the chains, right? And these are the different methods, that different guides to the different kind of a methods that we can use with the change within the chains. For instance, you can use the summarizers. You can use, I don't know, the analyze the document and so on. But in our case, we are gonna use the retrieval question answer. So we're going to retrieval question and answering, and you can just copy and paste all of this on your working environment. In my case, my working environment is Google Colab, and I have mounted my Google Colab to my drive in order to get my PDF file, which is gonna be this one. So this is the file that is talking about the personalization in the banking sector, and we are gonna train this 1000 word passage and gonna ask a specific question about from this passage in order to test whether it's getting the correct answer or not. So I ask whether what's the trust formula in order to get the customer. It's saying it's answering. So what we're doing, we are copying and pasting that libraries that we saw before, except not except moreover, one more, that this library here is not included there, so we need this for loading the PDF files on our working environment. And then we are saying the operational system environment, OpenAI key. We are saying that the OpenAI API key is this one. So it's my personal key. Please don't use that. I would be so sad if you use that. Anyways, yeah, this is my file, as I told you before. Then what we are doing, we are following always our documentation. So that's the first source, the main source of the information. That's why we are gonna follow that. We're gonna skip this part because we are using the PDF loader. So we are using the PyPDF loader file. And please don't forget to install all of these libraries, because otherwise you're not gonna be able to run this specific method. And then you're using the documents are gonna be loader load. So you're loading this file as a document, and then you're splitting this document to the texts. And after splitting to the text, you're gonna embed this like OpenAI embedding. It's all of this are gonna be one by one steps that you're gonna follow, and you're gonna have this message on your computer, on your screen, and then eventually at the last as a last part of the training model, and the model training part is this part. And so we are gonna use the chain type stuff. There are different chain types here, MapReduce, stuff, and so on. In our case, we are gonna use the stuff, and retriever is doxers as retriever. Doxers, we have told that it's gonna be this one, right? And we are gonna use this to train our model. And here this is the query part, and we are asking a specific question. And let's ask something different. Let me search for something, and let's say, what is the frequency that banks should communicate with clients? Let me see whether it's gonna be answer to my question specifically from my passage, because I couldn't find. Banks should communicate with their clients on a daily basis, or even several times in a day, in order to deliver meaningful and powerful personalized experience. So I don't know where it is written here. Oh, about communication, there's nothing written here. Yeah, it says communication and so on. Anyways, it's answered specifically to my question. And before I asked the what's the wow factor, not wow factor, the trust, what's the formula of the trust, and I have asked also the Pizza GPT. It's the Italian version of the Chat GPT, because Italy has banned ChatGPT because it was storing the data of the queries and using that in the next steps and so on. So there were some conflicts about the interests and so on, and that's why the garant, which is the responsible for the privacy issues in Italy, has banned ChatGPT. Well, it's a long story. Anyways, I have asked him to give me the trust of the customer formula, and it gave me completely different answer. So that means that if you have a specific business, and if you want to create the Q&A chatbot, you should use your data in order to train your own model to have accurate answers on your about your business. So I hope it was useful for you, and if you have any question, any difficulties about the code, you can leave the comment or write me directly on the I'm not sure on the YouTube you can write me or not, so you can write me on the comments. I will answer you as soon as possible. Have a nice evening, and thank you very much for watching my channel.